And let's get some more analysis on this now from Arnaud Petit, who's Executive Director of the International Grains Council. Thank you very much indeed for being with us on CGTN. How worried are you about these deals breaking down?
Well, I would say, in contrary of what a commentator said before, I wouldn't be so worried about the Black Sea Grain Initiative because we have a framework for the 120 days. And it is a possibility for Ukraine to export in average 3 million tons of grains every month, which is the current capacity what Ukraine can provide. So there is not a risk of limitation. And I would say maybe it's also reinforcing the need to have this Black Sea grain working along the next marketing year. So in that way, it's also, it can be seen another way rather than weakening the situation. And the second point is for EU, it is right that this marketing year EU was needed more grains due to poor harvest with the drought in South Europe. We are expecting a better harvest next year. So this is why maybe also the EU market will be not necessarily as much as it has been wide as it has been for the current year for the Ukrainian grains market.
So you're saying there are other options. The European Commission, though, does seem to be quite upset about this. They said that unilateral moves will not be tolerated. Do they have any specific measures at their disposals that they could or should take?
Well, it's, as it has been said, it is an EU competency when it is trade. So it might end up in a legal dispute, but I would say that's a reality. The best would say is to have a discussion between member states to find a common approach on the current situation.
And how much of a case do these countries concerned have, Poland, etc., with their agriculture sectors? How much have they been affected locally by this cheap glut of grain?
So, first of all, I would say the grains imported from Ukraine has not overflooded the EU market. If we look about the figures, indeed, EU farmers have been needed to work on their stocks rather than really on import. That's the first thing, because the maize production was very low last year. So it's not an overflooding on the EU market. But what we can see on some prices, it is right that in western part of Europe, the market is tight and the price continues to be high, when in the eastern part of Europe, we can see the price going down. And the main reason maybe is indeed the price development along the marketing year has been totally atypical on what we have. Usually we have the price going up along the marketing year with less availability, and this time indeed the price of wheat went down tremendously since November, which may have taken by surprise some operators, and now they have difficulties to sell, I would say, the commodities they have in stocks.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Arnaud Petit from the International Grains Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me in the program.